Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing Spirit's messages on the breakthroughs that are coming your way. And to do this very wonderful reading, let's pick out 4 piles together. Oh, I see pile number 1, I see 2, 3, and actually 4. Is this 1? Yeah, it's 1. Right, let's check our 4 piles together. So for pile number 1, we have the seed. For pile number 2, we have Henbane. For pile number 3, we have Moonwart. And for pile number 4, we have Crocus. Wonderful. So also, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right in. There we go. For pile number 1, we have the yellow Aventurine. And this is what it looks like. For pile number 2, we have the Amazonite, and this is what it looks like. For pile number 3, we have the red Jasper, and this is what it looks like. For pile number 4, we have the Sodalite, and this is what it looks like. All right. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than 1 pile or more than 1 crystal, feel free to check them out, because your intuition will always guide you to the right readings. Sometimes it's just one that you're absolutely sure of, and sometimes you feel drawn to 1 or 2 or all of the piles. Trust your intuition wherever it takes you, because you'll always find messages that you're meant to hear, and specifically in this reading that Spirit perhaps wants you to hear about the breakthroughs that are happening and are coming into your life. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, if you love the card picking process and the shuffling, as you know, I always leave this section especially for you and for me too, because I love this process. It feels so magical to me. I love connecting with you guys during this free time, and I feel like I love involving your energies in the pile preparation before we begin. I really do feel that it matters. Okay, so before we begin, as I always mention, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use and you want to know its name, I always leave their names down in the description box. On the left, we have the oracles that we will be using, and on the right, we have the tarot decks that we will be using. Okay, so now let's begin with our first oracle deck, and let's shuffle with intention and ask, what is Spirit's message on the breakthroughs that are coming your way? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we need space. So what I'm going to do is pick up this oracle deck, which we will be using now anyways, and move everything to the left so that we have more space for our reading. There we go. That's much better. Okay, now let's shuffle with intention and ask. Oh, did you see that? No, you did not. And I can safely put it in one. Great. So, what is Spirit's message on the breakthroughs that are coming your way? Ooh, 2, 3, and 4. Wonderful. There we go. Again, let's shuffle with intention. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you very much. So now we have our oracle cards ready. I love mixing oracle cards and tarot cards. In my opinion, I believe they make for great readings because we have the messages of the tarot that are very clear, and the oracle cards, it helps you tune into your channeling and your ability to decode the symbolism, and together let me know your opinion down below. Have you noticed how the right oracle cards always find their way in the same message with the tarot, and they're all very consistent, saying the same thing, where the tarot explains it in detail and the oracle cards really highlights the idea further in a way that just shows you your reading nicely put together. Have you noticed that? It blows my mind every single time. It's just so magical. And I feel both of them together, they create a harmonious story that one is meant to hear beautifully. I love doing the two, the tarot and what they mean, along with the oracle and what the images and the messages are meant to say to us. It's just mind-blowing and wonderful. I don't think I will ever cease to be amazed with how they portray messages. It is so magical, and that's why I love divination so much, especially divination with tarot and oracles. Okay, so I see these ones already. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Messages from your spirit on the breakthroughs that are coming your way. All right, so let's move on to our next tarot deck. Thanks a lot. And the reason I pick up the messages that show themselves quickly is because we've already set the intention clearly from the very beginning of this reading. Even before I begin, I set out the intention clearly, and the energy is there. 2. So when one card shows itself clearly, I always take it. All right. Now moving on to our next tarot deck. There we go. Thank you so much. So 1. Oh, well, these are meant to come out together. So 2, 3, and 4. All right, on to our next tarot deck. This is one of my favorite tarot decks. In fact, I love it so much that I actually made a walkthrough when I first got it on this channel. Saying that it's gentle or beautiful, it does something to the soul I cannot explain. You work with this deck and you instantly feel a spiritual hug. You feel like the world is so beautiful and okay. I don't know, it genuinely has a piece of nature in it. And nothing, of course, is the same as going out in nature. But really, imagine capturing a part of that in your palms as you go back home and you take a look at this gorgeousness. It's even amazing as you use it out in nature. I cannot say enough about the messages that you are able to depict looking at these cards and the gentleness and the beauty that comes with it. Oh, I just had to gush there for a second. All right. So, oh, well, you saw that one. So, let's now shuffle with intention. What is Spirit's messages on the breakthroughs that are coming your way, please? So I see one already up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lovely. All right. Actually, I felt like I wanted to take that one, so I'm going to do that. Let's shuffle with intention. What is Spirit's message? Thank you. Messages on the breakthroughs that are coming your way. Thank you. 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Moving on to our next deck. And again, oh, thanks a lot. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I feel this one. I gotta take it. Okay. Now, on to our last but never the least deck, which I really love as well. Oh, thanks a lot. So 1, 2. So we're doing Spirit's messages on the breakthroughs that are coming your way. And I really feel this one. It's gonna go there. Lovely. Okay, so our 4 decks are now ready. Let's put them in neatly. Let's take pile number 1. There we go. With the seed. Oh, today was easy. I guess the cards fit together nicely. There we go. So pile number 1 is ready. And let's add the yellow Aventurine. There we go. Pile number 2. Is also ready. Now, let's add the Amazonite. There we go. Pile number 3. Is also ready. And let's add the red Jasper. And pile number 4. I believe is also ready. And let's add the Sodalite. There we go. So we now have our 4 piles ready. Thank you for spending this time with me. I enjoy it immensely. I always feel your energies and I enjoy it. I feel so lucky to have a beautiful soul family like this. Believe me, my number 1 blessing is being surrounded by beautiful souls like you. Thank you so much. what a beautiful world to have a soul family like that. So thank you for your beautiful and kind energy. And let's get on into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. So you have chosen the beautiful yellow Aventurine as well as the seed. Pretty intriguing to have the seed in this card with the breakthrough. Let's see. Let's take a look at the rest of your tarot and oracle cards. Find out exactly what your Spirit's message is to you with regards to the breakthroughs coming your way. So you have delighted. Oops, okay. You have moon dance. Okay. You also have moon in Gemini with adaptability. You have 4 of Swords with postponement. Four of Pentacles. Okay, you have the World card. You have the 5 of Cups. The 4 of Swords again. I see. You kind of see here a lot of waiting with all the spider webs being built. A lot of waiting. A lot of waiting. All right. You have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you can see that, okay. And you have the Hierophant, Master of the Arcanes. Quite interesting. Let's dive deep into this reading. I see your cards depicted as someone who has been waiting on something for so long. It's unbelievable. Postponement. Even this 4 of Pentacles literally looks like someone who's sitting at the dental office waiting for their turn and they can't take it anymore. Right? So you have the idea of just waiting and waiting and waiting. And there's a sense of frustration in the waiting. The 5 of Cups shows us that perhaps you're a little afraid that a long time has been wasted on this new beginning with the seed that you've created. You've started something. You've been treading through it slowly but surely. You've been working so hard. You've given a lot of things to it, and it's just not picking up yet, or it's not coming together yet. In fact, with the 5 of Pentacles, I kind of see that you feel like you haven't received yet. There's lack of lack of receiving or lack of having, despite the fact that you've been putting in a lot of work. There's a halt, a stand. I see you checking all the time. Did this work? Did it happen? Why is it so slow? Did it work? Did it pick up? And it's just hasn't been picking up. That's why the shadow of your delighted card is depicted as sorrowful. So there's a lot of sadness that you've been putting your heart and soul, I see, into something new. With the yellow Aventurine, there was excitement. There was a lot of effort that you generously have been putting in with all the yellows here. and nothing has been happening. Not much has been happening. It was stagnant. It keeps postponing. It's not working. It could be working, but you're not seeing results, is exactly what I'm seeing in your reading. And I see Spirit telling you that the next breakthrough happening is an end of this cycle. Finally, you're going to love what's coming in after a time of lack of color or lack of excitement. You have the grayscale in the real world. Life is coming into color. You're going to enjoy and reap the benefit of the seed that you planted. In fact, you're going to start seeing results with the seed finally sprouting out. You're going to see the leaves. You're going to see life, that it's working. And this time of stagnation is coming to an end for you very soon, pile number 1. This is changing. That's why there is a big breakthrough that's coming your way. And so your message from Spirit at the moment, pile number 1, is to balance your emotions and adapt to the situation for now. You see someone who has 4 arms, suggesting that they are working hard and overcoming their own shadows. The shadow that has to do with worrying that it might not happen. The shadow that what you've planted will not sprout. The shadow of feeling desperate and losing faith little by little. So I see Spirit telling you to let go of your worries, to balance your emotions, to tread through these times with a lot of faith. Do you see how this woman is holding on to the moon? Enjoy your time. This person needs a lot of confidence to go through a thin wire like that. And yet you see them doing it delightfully. So no, and the reason this figure is doing it delightfully is because they're holding on to their hopes and dreams. They know it's going to happen. And so they're going through this journey, balancing themselves out with a lot of faith and a lot of joy, and having fun doing what they're doing is the message here. If you were 100% sure that it was going to work out, if you had this peek into the future that it's just going to work out amazing in a breakthrough kind of way, how would you thread through this journey? Would you go back and enjoy the journey rather than worrying? That's the question. And so I feel like this is a time with the Hierophant where you're learning to enjoy the journey more than just a hit of the results. I see Spirit telling you telling you that there's nothing wrong about enjoying the result. This is what you deserve because you've put in so much effort, obviously. But it is more important to learn to go through with it with joyful energy, with carefree energy, so that when it finally sprouts, you're excited. And it's not about that one hit, but rather enjoying every single day as you make it happen, pile number 1. We even see here, right next to the 5 of Stones, of you checking, not knowing whether it's going to happen or not, being worried. Did you see how the Ankh here is depicted as, let me adjust that, as the side way up, but then the Ankh here that adorns this bull's head is inverted, kind of representing the absence of the blessings from the Divine Mother. And in fact, across many cultures, the constellation Taurus was connected to the mythology of the sacred bull. In ancient Egypt, the sacred bull was associated with the god Apis, who is the son of Hathor. And initially, the god Apis was associated with fertility. So we're seeing that you're waiting for something to sprout, to be born, to happen. but you're not seeing it yet. You feel like you deserve it, which you absolutely do. But because obviously you've worked very hard, but it didn't happen yet. And we see the message that it will come to life. It is going up. Life is happening. Life is being born. A new life is being born for you. You've waited for a long time. It is totally understandable how you feel, and perhaps this is why you're getting a message from Spirit now. It's a pat on the back telling you not to worry. You've worked so hard, and it will be coming into life. Until then, enjoy the journey, have faith, know that you are connected to the universe. You've already received what you want. It will happen soon. This end of the cycle is about to happen, and a new cycle is beginning for you. Such a great pat on the back to all of this waiting, and now you're getting into a new cycle that you will be delighted to be in. Pile number one where you will feel strong, powerful, proud of yourself for putting in this work, even though it wasn't clear with the dark here, with the moon dance. You had to be very patient and to continue to put in the effort, despite the fact that it wasn't clear. You just didn't know, and you waited for a very long time, obviously. And so once the celebration happens, you will totally deserve being called a hero, a successful person. It depends, of course, on what you're doing. You deserve to take this glory because you've put in that work, even though you weren't sure whether it was going to work or not. Pile number one. So kudos to you for continuing to persevere. That is what it takes to be successful, because it's during that time where a lot may give up. And I'm seeing Spirit telling you not to give up. Continue to do what you're doing. You're going to get there, pile number one, and you are going to get there with flying colors. So enjoy this journey, pile number one, as you go and cross to the other side. Now, another strong message that I'm seeing here for you from Spirit, pile number one, we see the Four of Swords coming up twice. We cannot ignore that. We also see the Hierophant. And so together I'm seeing this message of this is a time of reflection, of thinking. There is a pause here because you're meant to learn something great that you will be using later on in your future. It's going to be like your winning prize tool. You'll discover something. In fact, it looks like you will discover exactly what makes things tick and work more than a lot of people around you or in your field or doing the same thing. The waiting here is kind of a blessing in disguise. It's like time is waiting for you to open all the boxes, look everywhere until you discover that key, that toolbox that will make you super successful in this area of your life. Pile number one. It would seem a little frustrating now, but once you discover that secret, it's going to feel much better than the success, because discovering a key of success can help you succeed over and over and over, can help you amplify your success, can help you reach levels that you cannot imagine rather than a milestone. So I see Spirit telling you, enjoy the journey because you will be assisted in discovering something. You'll have an aha moment about this certain stage in your life where you just don't know why it's not working, why it's taking so long. It's like time is waiting for you to go, aha, I found it. So that's why it wasn't working. That's why it was taking so long. If I just do this and this, it's going to go fast. You type it in, you do whatever needs to get done, and then it works. It's going to be such a big celebration. So it won't only be about ending a cycle, you will be the one ending that cycle and getting into a new cycle. This time you are personally upgraded and not just the seed that you are working on. Pile number 1. You know, it's unbelievable how your whole reading shows a long journey. Even with the world card here, it's a story of a Maori legend in New Zealand. Long story short, the daughter's chief fell in love with someone who wasn't of rank. The chief did not accept or agree on their marriage. She only had her eyes on him and him on her. And so she wanted to go to the other side of the lake to be with him. And the chief suspected, so he took all the canoas off the shore. And then what she had to do was to swim a long way to the other side of the lake to be with him. And it worked out. They got married and the chief gave them their blessing. So a very... a story that shows a long journey to doing something that succeeded with flying colors and with blessings at the end. Pile number 1. So your message from Spirit is to not worry. It's going to happen. It's going to be amazing once it does. And enjoy the journey whilst you're there, because you'll find keys that will shift your world upside down. Pile number 1. So all the best of luck with that. I'm wishing you the best. I can see your hard work. I commend you for it. And that was your reading, pile number 1. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. In fact, you might be interested in it in your journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. It won't take a lot of your time to read it, but it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're already productive as well, you can also make use of this book, because it will enhance your techniques and will really be helping you out enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 1, it was really such a pleasure doing this reading for you. All the best of luck with this new breakthrough that you're having. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Yes, you're probably really shocked. Why are all your cards on the table? That's because I thought I filmed your whole reading. And after a long time of doing your reading, after I fully finished it, I checked the camera and I realized it wasn't even recording. So I had to take in the shock, calm down, and I believe that things are done for a reason. Maybe I was meant to take in the whole reading and then deliver it to you again. Who knows? We might see other things as we're doing your reading. But first things first, let me introduce your cards to you. You, of course, have the Henbane, which you have initially picked. This card came in the other way around, with belonging at the top and abandoned at the beginning. You have Abracadabra. You have Venus in Aries with lust. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Empress, the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles. Then came out 2 cards of this same deck. Both aces. You have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And then what happened was, pile number 1, when I saw that, I was like, wow, pile number 1, you are really loved. There's a message here of you being really and dearly loved. And then check this out. I turned this card and you have the Lover's card. And then I turned this one and you have the Lover's card. I was mind blown. I feel so torn that you did not see this unfolding. anyways, whatever happened, happened. We are now here taking a look at your very, very magical reading, pile number 2. So, first things first, we see a lot of sadness in the beginning of your reading. Great sadness. We see abandoned. In fact, with the Henbane, in ancient Greece, the dead were crowned with the chapels of the Henbane, helping them forget their previous lives and move on to their next without any regrets or pain or anything. So we see the idea here that you have been through a lot, especially with the volcano. Things were fiery. They came to a halt. Perhaps you were really abandoned. I see a lot of pain, a lot of crying, a lot of unfairness. I see with the holding of the tongue here that perhaps you weren't even able to defend yourself from the unfairness that happened. I see things coming to a halt. And at the moment, well, with all of the things going against gravity, like the volcano, the salmons going against the natural flow of the water, I see that against all odds, against all odds, things will completely change for you in your near future. And that is the breakthrough. And that's the message that you have from Spirit about this coming breakthrough. There's a new beginning, of course, with all of the aces and the Page of Pentacles. And it's coming against all odds, which seems like it's almost unbelievable that anything could change and that anything great would happen, especially with the Henbane. If you kind of feel like you may be dead on the inside. Things are so stagnant that it's nearly impossible for things to change. You feel really heavy with the Ten of Wands. You're carrying a lot of weight in your heart, on your shoulders. Perhaps you even have a lot of responsibilities, and it's breaking your heart, my dear pile number 2. I see a great pat on the back telling you that despite all odds, you will be coming out to the other side and having all your dreams coming true. Pile number 2 with the 9 of Pentacles. Your wishes are being granted. You are going to feel happy and independent. And just as you thought you were abandoned, not only will you feel like you've always belonged, but you will see just how much you are loved. Pile number 2. I love your message. I love your message. And not only that, not only will clarity come back into your life, you see with the Ace of Swords, the crowning. And so here we have the idea that against all odds, not only will you see how much you are loved, you will see how much you are cherished and honored. And with just as things crumbled and just as things went to ashes, where there's the idea of death here, your environment is being filtered, just like the Amazonite. The energy of the Amazonite suggests that there is a complete filtration in your surrounding, in your ambiance, and just like a touch of magic, abracadabra, your world is changing in a split of a second. Against all odds, because you see the idea of moving against all odds, against gravity. The volcano goes up a whole mountain and comes out, bringing minerals and riches with it. Again, the salmon, against all odds, is acting, in fact, like a chariot in this card and moving up against the gravity, up against the flow of stream and coming out victorious. Pile number 2. There's a new beginning where you are greatly cherished. You will feel just like the Empress. A new world is being born for you where you're enjoying it. You're feeling creative. You're feeling like you can do whatever you want. You will feel like that your world is your own kingdom. You will feel a lot of happiness. And just like the Henbane, you will forget completely about this whole old world with all the ugliness that it brought with it, that perhaps brought a lot of heavy energy to you. You will take your learnings and move on to a new, beautiful beginning. Pile number 2. In fact, with the Viking ship here, this reminds me of a museum I visited in Norway when I was a little girl. It was such an amazing visit. I actually documented it in my journal. Oh my God, I have this journal. I have this documentation of this journal, and I remember this museum because this museum wanted to prove. A couple of Norwegian scientists wanted to prove, because there are a lot of pyramids and it kind of Egyptian-like art in Mexico. So they wanted to prove that Egyptians could have, in fact, traveled to Mexico and brought their civilization to Mexico. And so to do this experiment and to prove it, they actually took an Egyptian boat, just the way ancient Egypt would have done it, and they were able to successfully go to Mexico and back to Egypt, proving that the journey was possible and that they could have actually traveled all the way. It was such an astonishing day for me. The museum was filled with all of the amazing, the scientists' amazing journey and how their journey was like. It was mind-blowing to me. So you can clearly see that you have been on a journey, a long journey that could have felt hopeless and in fact could have felt impossible for the whole world to think that you could come out of it victorious, but you will have in the future come out of it victorious. Showing your true strength, first of all, but showing just how much you are supported by the universe and loved, and that you will be going against all odds and having all your wishes fulfilled, your whole world changing to something amazing. And perhaps everyone will be speaking about how heroic you are, how blessed and loved you are. It's a story that proves just how much you are loved, honored, and cherished. Pile number 2. Now, I don't know what happened exactly in your life, but I do know that you will be absolutely cherished and loved and okay, and that your whole world is changing the other way around, from feeling abandoned to feeling like you belong, to feeling like everything in your world can change with a touch of magic in a split of a second, bringing with it clarity, love, and pure enjoyment with the Aries. A new passionate beginning for you, pile number 2. Just remember, you are loved, you are cherished, and you were never left on your own, in fact. Oh, and I just noticed, just like the Amazonite, as we said, that's all about filtration and purification of the air or the environment around you. We see with the Ace of Cups here, it says the purifying. And if you notice, the dove here is holding a branch of mistletoe berries. And for the Druids, the mistletoe was considered a sacred, not plant. It was considered sacred, that it held magical and medicinal properties. In fact, during Hippocrates' times, the mistletoe was used to cure epilepsy. And even these days, scientists are researching the oak mistletoe and seeing its effect in cancer therapy. So we're seeing a great idea with the Holy Grail here of you getting something very unique, very special, that will help heal you. It's going to make you feel alive again, put the past in the past, bring you to the future, and show you just how sacred and loved you are. Pile number 2. It cannot be missed just the amount and of the same message being repeated in your reading, and the consistency and synchronicity in your reading. There is no doubt about how you're going from, your breakthrough is that you're going from all the tough, heavy-hearted feelings. In fact, the 10 of Wands shows that there is an end of a cycle and a new beginning with the 9 of Pentacles, of you living your dreams and feeling absolutely loved. But I do see a very strong message here, because the Lover's card, by the way, is a card of choice at the end of the day. Traditionally, from the very beginning, from the Tarot de Marseille, it has always been a card of choice, where in the past you couldn't really marry the person that you just wanted. You always had to marry the person that was right for your family, because it was two families being married together for their businesses and for many other reasons. And so the Lover's card was always depicted between a man, in the form of a man choosing between two women. The woman that is right for his family and the woman that his heart wants and desires. So anyways, long story short, the Lover's card is a card of choice. And so I see Spirit's message is, now it's your choice to bury the past where it belongs, because your future is beautiful and bright. And it's going to happen anyways, and you're going to be happy anyways. But it's your choice to start expediting this process for you and to start living it right now. By choosing your thoughts with the Ace of Swords. Pushing aside the past. Don't relive it. Don't replay it. Let it be in the past. Just like the Henbane suggests, let the past be in the past. Forget about it. Don't recall it ever again. Whenever you get thoughts and ideas where you remember things that bring you pain, now's the time to shift your energy into the future by choosing to put the past in the past and choosing to switch your thoughts. Let it go. It's done. And to move forward to your bright future where your dreams are coming true. Believe it, pile number 2. This huge breakthrough is coming against all odds. It's really written all over your reading. And pile number 2, that was your message from Spirit. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm giving you a big hug from me. I hope you have an amazing life coming forward, full of blessings and all of your wishes coming true. And so pile number 2, that was your reading. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and please don't forget to check out my productivity book if you'd like. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it, but it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 2, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. A real pleasure. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So you have chosen the red Jasper as well as the Moonwart. All right, so let's take a look at your cards. We'll be starting off with your oracle cards first, and we'll find out together what Spirit's message is on the breakthroughs that are coming your way. Okay, so you have displeasure as well as content, right? That's how your card looks like. Lovely. So we see both sides here. You also have a long way home with an anchor down there. Okay. You also have the moon in Libra with companionship. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 2 of Cups. You also have the Emperor. You have the Page of Swords with the Seed of Thunder. Okay. You have the Magician, the Magus, Divine Powers of the Mortal Spirit. You have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Wands with Intensity. So pile number 3, what I'm seeing here is that you have been working for quite a long time with a long way home. You've been on a long journey trying to create something or do something, but it kind of felt like you were stuck for a while. But you have been preparing for a long time to do something. It seems like you have full control. Perhaps you are the manager of that thing. Maybe you're the owner of that project. You've been working on one project or the other, one thing or the other for quite a long time. And I do see here with your cards that you're very much equipped to invite something into your life. Let me show you what I mean. So with the Moonwart here, which is your main card, the Moonwart ferns, they're known for many magical properties, but their most prominent one is their ability to undo or destroy any lock, and that's why you have the key here. So this idea of being stuck that I've been seeing from the beginning here, it seems like the breakthrough. Do you see how the worms have broken through the apple? This idea of breaking something that seemed had a solid exterior. Or what I want to say is you're opening up a new doorway into your life. What is this doorway? This grand new opportunity. It seems like you are making a deal with someone very soon. Someone who loves everything that you've been prepared and equipped to do. Pile number 3. So my ideas to that could be an investor who wants to partner and cooperate with you. Or maybe you're collaborating with someone. Someone who wants to buy your product, buy your business. So you're meeting up. This is, of course, going to change from one person to the other. You could be doing a research. You could be doing a project. You could be an anchor on television and people want you to present to an audience. It's really going to differ from one person watching this pile to the other. So at the end of the day, what we can clearly see is that you have worked very hard, equipped yourself with so much skills, knowledge, with a good product for a very long time. Even though you've prepared your skills or your product very well, it was slow. You kind of felt like the opportunity was locked. You were locked out of it. And now the breakthrough is that you are about to open this key into your life. Someone is coming to make a grand deal with you. Pile number 3. Wow. And with intensity, we do see that this new deal is coming to you very quickly. This collaboration or cooperation is coming to you very quickly, making you in charge of something much, much bigger than you initially started off with the page of swords here. We see it as the seed of thunder. We can clearly see that you've always had the skills, you've always believed in what you wanted to do within that project or that idea, and you've planted the seeds. You've worked very hard, meticulously, making sure that you put things together beautifully, and now you have a lot of prospects who are interested in cooperating with you or buying something from you. They love what you've done, and we see a partnership happening. This could be also you finding a job if you're looking for a job, an interviewer who would love your service, who would love to put you in charge of something that is very important to them. They see you as very skilled with the magus or the magician. Pile number 3. All in all, as the 10 of Pentacles that began your reading, we can clearly see that this is going to make your heart flutter. You're going to feel very happy, and in charge is coming up very prominently in your reading. And after a long journey, pile number 3, I see you finally anchoring, finally finding your ground to do exactly what you have envisioned. In the past, it seems like you were stuck with the displeasure, and we can see at the top content, where the breakthrough here is that you're going to be very happy with what's coming for you. Pile number 3, it seems like it's a huge leap from where you are at the moment. So I see your message from Spirit, pile number 3, is to continue to work with force. Don't lose momentum. Continue to have your eye on the goal, to put all of your energy at the moment in what you are doing, because you're moving in the right direction, and some collaboration is happening soon. Oh my God. Speaking of collaboration, which is written all over your reading. Even this is a story, a Chinese story, and long story short, at the end, this dog transformed into a human being in order to marry the emperor's daughter. And you see the emperor here. Unbelievable. So we're seeing a huge cooperation, collaboration, two people or two businesses coming together, some sort of collaboration happening for you that will make a huge leap and will make you move forward into another arena. It's like you'll be playing in another area. If this is a business and you were getting thousands, you'll probably start getting millions. If this is a research project that you're starting, now you'll have a huge team of researchers, a whole building working on that research you were trying to find. You've set the stone for something, and now big opportunities are coming for you. I see your advice here, as I told you, to continue to move quickly and to focus, be laser focused at the moment. So I want to bring out your tarot, and I want to get more messages, more details about Spirit's advice here for you, because it's coming very clearly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I wasn't expecting all of that, but that's what showed up. That's what we're going to take. Okay, so you have, yeah, I see. Let me adjust that. You have the 6 of Swords with the burden. Yeah, I see. You have the 2 of Pentacles with moment to moment. I see. That's why you have continued to work with intensity. You have the Ace of Cups with going with the flow. Okay. I get the message, but let's see the remaining 2. You have, wow, unbelievable. You have the Knight of Cups with trust, a very consistent message. Just let go and believe 100% that there's a huge shift in your life, pile number 3. And you have the Fool. I mean, they're all saying exactly the same message in different ways. But what I'm seeing here, the reason you are getting this message from Spirit is perhaps you have been running for a long time and you're really tired. It's starting to take a toll on you. But I see Spirit telling you to continue to be alert, to continue to have your eyes focused on the goal, as we see. Continue going up. Now is not the time to rest. You're about to enter a new stage. Unlock something big, pile number 3. And at the same time, as you continue to do that, don't burden yourself. Take it step by step. Forgive yourself for the things that you haven't done yet. And whenever you feel tired, get back up slowly and continue to go along with the pace that you can do. And going with the flow, really, and trust means don't burden yourself emotionally. Take the required steps needed every day. Continue to go with the flow. The flow will be created as you create consistency, even when you're tired, pile number 3. So go with the flow. If it didn't work, don't feel like it's just not working and get frustrated. Forgive yourself and get back up the next day and continue to retry. And then you'll find yourself going with the flow and it's just working out fine. You're reconnecting back with your energy. And trust that there's an amazing new beginning, a new journey happening for you, pile number 3. So this is your advice from Spirit. Continue to do what you're doing. You're very skilled. Don't be fooled by the little losses that happens here and there when you're tired. Nothing is going to break. Nothing is going to be spoiled. Nothing is going to get ruined. You're in the right direction, doing the right thing. Always forgive yourself, pile number 3, when it doesn't go exactly the way you want. Because I see you're all about speed here. All about getting things done. You have gone a long way. And good job, pile number 3. I know when one has gone a long way, one can get tired. It's very... not just very clear in your reading, but this is normal. So don't beat yourself up about it at all. Know that this is human and take it slowly. Just be consistent and continue to retry every day. Go with the flow. If it works, great. Then you're getting into the flow. If it slips, forget about it and continue to do what you need to do. And trust that very soon, I don't know what this is, but there's a big deal coming for you, pile number 3, with people loving you. In fact, you might even have several to choose from. And you'll pick one that will change your life or your project or whatever it is that you're working on in a greater magnitude, unlocking something big in your life, pile number 3. Oof, what an... yeah, speaking of a breakthrough, this is definitely a breakthrough. All the best of luck. Most importantly, pile number 3, this is going to make you very happy and it's going to transform also who you are. Not just because of the Chinese story with the dog into human, but also with the Emperor. I see you really being in charge. Getting the Emperor and the Magician. Wow, man. Wow. Good for you, pile number 3. Continue to do what you're doing and very soon you will see so much blessings. So pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. I think you may be interested in it, pile number 3. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it, or it won't take a lot of time for you to get through it, but it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 3, I wish you all the best of luck from my heart, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. So you have chosen the beautiful Sodalite as well as Crocus. Let's take a look at your cards and see what messages do you have from Spirit with regards to the breakthrough that is coming your way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your oracle cards first. So you have Desecrated and Blessed. This is how your card looks like. Okay, this makes sense going from Desecrated to Blessed. You have, ooh, Keys on Trees. Very interesting card. Very interesting card. Okay, let's leave it here for now. You have the Venus in Virgo with discrimination. You also have the Six of Wands. I love the Six of Wands. Especially this one is amazing. You have the Two of Wands. I think I'm getting the message clearly here so far. You have the Three of Wands. And as I said, Three of Wands, I saw 33. So obviously 3 is a significant number. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the Queen of Wands. Wow, you have the Ace of Wands with the Awakening. You have a lot of wands in your reading. 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands. My goodness. And this is all coming together beautifully. All this fiery, strong energy with the Crocus as well. And everything else really in your reading. You have the 5 of Pentacles. And you have the High Priestess with Inner Voice. Ooh, intense reading here. What a breakthrough. So what I'm seeing here, pile number 4, is that with regards to your situation, it seems to almost everyone, the outside world that doesn't know you on an intimate level, that you're in a great position. You're in a great situation, up high. And so everyone from afar thinks that you're okay, you're doing great, you must be very lucky. But only you know that you are at the moment stuck in a tricky situation. Because even though it's up top, it's kind of small for the elephant. So maybe you're even in a place where you feel much bigger than where you are. And that's the reality. Perhaps you're in a position where you're being discriminated against, you're not getting your rights, you are... maybe there's passive aggressiveness going on between you and someone who's being unfair to you. Or that you have the right to climb into a certain position at work, but you're not taking it. Yeah, there is some sort of a tricky situation that you are in that from the outside seems like everything is going great for you. Perhaps you're good at, I don't want to say putting on a show, but you are very poised. You're not someone who complains a lot, and you seem like you have your life put together. You have your life balanced and well put together, but only you know that you are, in fact, in quite a tricky situation with a lot of discrimination, because we have Desecrated as well. So there could be some disrespect going on, unfairness especially with the big elephant. Yes, it is up top, but the space is tight, so it's challenging for you. But here is the breakthrough with regards to your situation, pile number 4. You have chosen the crocus, and if you Google the crocus, it's such a beautiful sight. If you Google crocus grows in frost, you'll see just how strong and powerful the crocus plant or flower is. It's able to endure even the thickest frost for it to grow and bloom. Nothing stands in its way. It's very powerful. So we see that despite the fact that you feel that things are unfair at the moment, I see Spirit's message to you is that you will come out victorious. There's no question about it. You'll feel very blessed. You'll get your rights back. And that's why we've noticed from the very beginning all of the wands in your reading. In fact, the Queen of Wands carries an unmatched thirst for life. You cannot beat the Queen of Wands. She knows what she wants and she's out there to get it. You have the Queen of Swords in conjunction to the Queen of Wands. You're powerful, you're smart, and you have blessings with you, and you are going to come out of this victorious. And this is the breakthrough that is happening. You might internally, because you seem poised to me. Do you look at the elephant here? If you look at the elephant, it's standing calm. It's not panicking. It's in a calm way, using the skills that it has, or the advantage that it has. Its long trunk, to see how it can pick up resources from the environment around it, picking up solutions one by one, because one of them is going to open and free it calmly and tranquilly. So your message from Spirit is that you are a very strong person. You're going to persevere through this unfairness, coming out victorious. Just tread through it calmly, with intelligence, plan it well, and avoid feeling at the moment that you're alone with the Five of Pentacles, that you have to keep to yourself, that things might not work out, because this is not the truth. Things will be working out beautifully for you. With the High Priestess, trust that things that trust that you are divinely guided and that you are not left alone. The High Priestess is, I love the High Priestess, because the High Priestess, very similar to the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands together, has a broad mind, is able to look at things in a much different perspective than than how people see things. And this allows the High Priestess to download and channel and have an active mind to think about what other possible ways could one get out of a tricky situation like that. What can I see that others aren't seeing? And how can I use that to my advantage? And that's the invitation to the type of thinking that Spirit is advising you to do at the moment. So there needs to be a shift from what's going on here, to all right, so this is the situation, we accept it for what it is. Let's now, with the Three of Wands, embark on a new direction, on a new way to handle this situation. Leave the old ways behind. Now that things have changed, this is the status quo. It might not be fair, it might not be good, it might be totally against me, but nothing can stand in my way for me to move to my advantage. And this will lead you to be very victorious. Very victorious. Is going to surprise you. Pile number 4. I hope I wasn't saying pile number 3. I apologize about that. So that's the sort of awakening with the Ace of Wands. You have the awakening here. That's the sort of awareness that Spirit is guiding you at the moment to do. Forget about the unfairness that's going on. Forget about the drama that's going on, and focus quietly and tranquilly on what is around you that you can use to quietly solve the situation, little by little. And you will find that you will gain your freedom very soon, pile number 4. Sooner than you expect, and in a much smarter way than you expect. You're not alone. You'll always be provided with solutions and answers so that you can try and find your way out of this. With the Ace of Wands, you're finding an amazing new beginning that will help you feel powerful, victorious. You have a lot of raising hands. Power and victory are on your way, are on its way towards you. Pile number 4. Seeing the sword upside down here, I'm getting the idea that some sort of sacrifice may need to happen for you to move ahead. See what it is that you can let go of, that will reward you with something else that is more important. Pile number 4. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out some cards and get more information on Spirit's message on what you need to do to tread with power through this situation. Because with all of this power within you at hand, you can really do anything. Pile number 4. You can achieve anything. All right. So may we kindly get more information and guidance on what is on what pile number 4 can do in their situation at the moment, please. 1, 2, and 3. So you have the Moon card with past lives. Interesting. Okay. You have the Two of Swords with schizophrenia here, between two worlds. It's a risky time for sure. You see balance all over your reading. So we're getting a message straight away, especially with the moon and the balance here, of most importantly, before anything, is to balance yourself internally. This way you access your full potential of strength, where you're able to move forward with the needed strength to conquer the sort of unfairness, and most importantly, to think about the solution, especially that this is relating to the High Priestess, to think of a solution to free yourself from this situation. And you have the Page of Swords with Mind. Yes, your advice is all about you and not much about the outer situation. It's about balancing yourself emotionally, making sure that you have your mind clear to think about what you're going to do next. See, avoiding, we've covered the Five of Pentacles with our cards. We kind of see here that it's all about managing you. That will be the key here to this breakthrough, this victory that is happening in your life soon. Manage yourself by balancing your thoughts, quiet down your fears and your worries, and know that you are divinely guided, that you will be victorious, and access solutions instead of worries is the idea here. Filter all the ideas that you have and think of which ones you can use and which ones won't work. Put your effort into thinking of a great solution, and you will find one. Pile number 4. You will find one that will absolutely free you. You will be surprised and will make you very victorious. So all the best of luck with that. It's all about you persevering. That's very evident from the Crocus, from the very beginning. Even the Sodalite is all about logical thinking. So your thoughts, your strength to moderate yourself will change the outside world completely. And you will be victorious, pile number 4. I cannot tell you that enough. So that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. You really might be interested in it. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 4, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm wishing you all the best of luck. I'm rooting for all the strength that I saw in your reading. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.